just face it. It was a new series. 2007 or 6, I believe. Yeah, 2007 it was released in. It was pretty a hot time for all the games. Call of Duty was released, Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, it wasn't really a time where you should be buying, like, a new series. You would be wanting to sticking with older ones, but I think it built somewhat of a name. I think it's more of a cult classic than a brand name.
All right. Well, that Crackdown seems to be a strong game. You know, I've always been just uneasy about it because it's kind of like because of the beta thing, and
it was more of a sleeper hit. I think like people like didn't actually give a crap about Crackdown. They're like, oh, Crackdown, hey, Halo, get it now. I mean, I wish Chief Zero was here because he bought Crackdown just for the Halo 3 beta.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I'm referring to because it's kind of just anything for Halo.
Like,
and then this game just kind of was in everyone's library, but no one really played it because it was just
like one of my friends said when I was talking to him when I was over his house and he introduced me to Crackdown. He's like, hey, you should buy this game. I'm like, no. This was like more of like later of last year, so I wasn't really looking into getting an older game. I was just looking to get new games. And he introduced me to it, and he's like, I had this game for like 2 years, and I never even played it once. I only did it for the Halo. And then I was bored. I was really bored, and I looked at it, and I was like, hey, I never actually played this game. So he tried it, and he enjoyed it so much that he played through it in one sitting, which is a really long if you think about it, because it's a sandbox game.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, he enjoyed it so much. I know Chief, he was telling me that he didn't think it was going to be that good, but when he played it, he liked it. So I think it was a good game, just not executed properly with advertising.
All right.
It could have been a brand name, but now it became like the George Romero of movies. It's a cult classic.
All right. Moving on, we're going to talk about our next topic. Big deal right now, Medal of Honor finally making its return from the lackluster, I should say, game of Medal of Honor Airborne. Really didn't go over that well. And they're coming back. Modern setting, supposedly based on the current war on terror. And the multiplayer beta's out. And again, Rand has played it. So,
well, obviously.
What do you think? Has it redeemed itself from that old style? I mean, it used to be based on Saving Private Ryan. That was the original thing for Medal of Honor, and then it just, the first games were good, it died out, and then Call of Duty and Battlefield have now clearly surpassed it. Is it coming back?
I think so. I think it's going to be the new series on the block. I mean, I personally enjoyed Airborne, but because they didn't do much, like, after like support, they didn't do anything after release support, so I think that's why it fell down and died really easily. But I think Medal of Honor is a new look on it. It's kind of like the Call of Duty 4. It's like, all right, the game was good, but we wanted to see something else. We don't want to see the same crap over and over and over again. So I think that's what they're taking it. And I like it. Like, Battlefield is based on Modern Warfare, but it's not really based in the Middle East. They have it where it's like Russia versus America. Now, in the Call of Duties, they have Russia versus America, but they also have Russia and America versus
they kind of make it up as they go.
They make it like more like a world setting, and they make it up as they go. Well, although Medal of Honor isn't entirely based on the war, it's based on facts, and it's in Afghanistan.
Much closer.
Yeah. It's not like the Call of Duties where it's like, I don't know where the fuck I am, Stan, pretty much. It's actually in a setting. It's in Afghanistan. So I like that, and it's supposed to bring new breath on the Modern Warfare genre. Multiplayer beta, little outdated. I think that if it was released around the time of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, I think it would have blown it away. But then again, Modern Warfare 2 to me is
All right.
we're not going to get into that.
Okay.
But like I'm saying, like
what's lacking? What's not there?
Well, I mean, it is a beta, so there's a lot of bugs with it.
Okay.
That's probably where I'm coming from. That there's a lot of bugs with it. So once the main game releases, if it's not that bad, like the game is awesome. I like it. It's fun. There's a lot of lag, which I'm basically just basing it on playability. It's kind of somewhat broken in areas where, like on the PS3, if you're playing it, if you're on like the anti-coalition side, that's the name for the enemies.
Coalition and the anti-coalition.
That needs to be changed.
That's super lame.
Yeah, that's. I guess if they said terrorist, people would be offended. So
I'm offended by the terrible name they've actually come up with, trying to be politically correct. That's
Lord
what offends me.
Lord knows what people get offended about these days. You could sneeze and someone would call you a racist.
Like fighting black people in Africa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, but where were we?
Anti-coalition versus coalition.
Oh yeah. So it's basically it's a basic genre. Good guy versus bad guy type of thing. American soldier versus terrorist. Basically, I mean they can call any name you want. If you pull a shawl on it and you have it screaming Allah Akbar at you, wielding an AK-47, you're a terrorist. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I offend anyone, but
No, you're not.
That's me.
It's just that. But there's a lot of freezing issues with it when you're on the anti-coalition side, and overall it's a good game. Just some issues that have to be dealt with, some bugs and glitches and.
Okay. And that's what the beta is all about.
Yeah. Just
but the game running perfectly, is there? What's the best thing about it?
I thought like the class system because.
Woo, class system.
Well, like they it's not like a Call of Duty where you could choose any gun you want. You actually like based on what side you're on, you have a gun. Like for the coalition side, you have like the M16 or the M4, and on the anti-coalition, you have like the AK-74 and the AK-47. So I mean, and they offer their own.
Hooray! Good balancing.
Yeah, the M16 is a lot less powerful than the AK-47, but it's a lot more accurate.
Okay.
So it's better if you're up farther away. However, at the same time, if you're up close and you have your enemy has an AK, you're pretty much dead. So I mean, it has a lot of good balance between that, and I think that's what I was really hoping to see in the Call of Duty series, which I was.
Well, how does the AK-74 compare to the AK-47 in this game? Are they effectively the same gun, or like did they separate those properly?
They're a little bit similar. It's
well, they should be rightfully somewhat similar.
Yeah, I mean,
obviously
they're
the same shooting mechanic, but the AK-74 has a smaller,
Isn't it
smaller
smaller
diameter.
overall?
Yeah, it's a smaller diameter barrel because it uses the I forgot the bullet name. It's the same bullets the M16 fires, which is why they call it the poison bullet.
Okay.
So
yeah, so I mean, they're the assault class and the support class I call it, but they're not called that. They're similar. The M4 is similar to the M16 on the coalition side, and the AK-74 is similar to the AK-47.
Right.
So hopefully, but there's going to be more weapons, I assume.
Yes, there is an LMG in the assault class.
Okay.
I didn't unlock it yet though because every time I try to, I always have freezing issues. So.
Oh really?
Yeah, which is why I said it's kind of unplayable. But I heard that they're fixing it. They're fixing the beta right now.
All right.
So, well, other than that, I see some people with the LMG, and that's powerful, very inaccurate, but powerful, kind of like realistically. So I like
Do we know what LMG it is?
They have the SAW,
Oh,
the M249.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, and they have the RPD for the anti-coalition.
All right. So it seemed like it's. I mean, you will definitely say it's better than Modern Warfare, but
I would say
assuming it ran smoothly, is it up there with the Modern Warfare Battlefield Bad Company?
The graphics are a little updated, or a little outdated, I should say, but yeah, it's up there.
It's up there. Okay.
Yeah, it has like the same kind of reward system as Call of Duty, like you know how like you get a kill streak. only they don't. It's not a killer. It's not like a you can't custom